Am I the asshole for finishing making love to my wife when my son came home unexpectedly and caught us? Long story short, my lovely wife and I 4968 seldom have the house to ourselves. We have 6 kids. Male 19, male 19, female 14, female 10. Male 7, female 5. Our love life has always been a priority for us. I'm older and she is in menopause since 36. Intimacy can't happen without a decent time investment for her and a blue pill for me. This was a rare afternoon 1 week ago. Our girls were at a birthday party and our youngest were at separate play dates. Our sons were on last hurrah weekend trip with their school friends before college starts. We never get the house to ourselves. We never get to have spontaneity. We seize the opportunity. The heart of the matter is this: we got started in Maria's office and never made it to the bedroom. The house was empty, so we didn't lock her office door. Well, our boys came home early from their trip. They didn't call or text or warn us. I am tangled up with my wife on the futon and we didn't hear the door open to her house. She is 30/15 deaf and my ears were covered. Figure it out. What I did hear was, "What the fuck, mom?" And I lift my head to see my Samuel wheeling out of the room and tripping over his backpack. It is so awful to go from enjoying something very adult with your wife and feeling like a man and a husband to being ripped from the moment and thrown back into parental damage control. Here is where I may be the asshole. I'm panicking. My heart is racing, and in trying to figure out what to do, and my wife is just blushing and laughing. That will teach him to knock. Sam in particular was very strict about knocking as a teen, yet has a habit of barging into offices and bathrooms if the door isn't locked. We have both talked to him about this. Maria and I deliberate briefly. We both agreed there is no way we are going to address this right now. Best to let things simmer off. Then Maria insists that since it would be quite awkward to just dress up and act like nothing happened without at least showering first, we might as well get back to it. I was embarrassed at the idea, but my body was still very much interested. She kissed me and we went back at it. We are never loud. 6 kids creates a habit of being quiet. Well, it turns out the motion was still perceptible from the kitchen downstairs. After we had washed up, bedroom and master bath is across the hall. I saw their car was not outside. I checked my phone to see my son had texted 3 times. "WTH dad, we are both home. Gross, how can you do this after knowing I saw you?" My other son, who is less reactive, texted Maria, "Be back in 2 hours." I feel really bad for putting my kids in such a situation. I feel bad for continuing to make love to her. I think it was inappropriate considering they knew what we were doing and continued anyway. My wife thinks it's stupid that our son is angry with us. He needs to understand that we aren't just his mommy and daddy. We are adults. I'm not going to feel bad for being intimate with you. My son isn't upset that we have Shreks as a general concept. Although being one of 6 adopted children, we theoretically could be virgins. He feels like it is disrespectful that we had Shreks in a common area and we didn't respect him as an adult. He isn't a child who doesn't realize what was going on. He saw us having Shreks and then knew we continued to have Shreks. I'm not some idiot kid who doesn't know what it means when you tell me to watch cartoons extra loud on the weekend. We did used to do that. I understand his point. Maria told him it's our home, not his, and it is our right to do whatever we please. She says that now that he is mostly moved out, he can't just show up unannounced or barge into rooms without giving us courtesy. I am supporting my wife here because this matters to her and it is her house and mine, but I still feel uncomfortable. In the moment, making love was the only thing I wanted, but in my clear-headedness afterwards I felt deeply ashamed and embarrassed. Was I the asshole? Was Maria? My stepfather was a pig of a human and liked being sexually aggressive with my mother in my presence. I will never be like him. This feels different but similar. I hate how I feel. Maria says this is nothing like that.